What's good everyone, my name is Strife, and today I want to touch on the subject of advantage and what it actually is as a concept in competitive gaming, and why it is the only thing you need to know to instantly level up your play. In a competitive match, be it in sports or in competitive gaming, every single player is driven by the task of creating an advantageous position over their opponents. This means that every play that is made in a match is aiming to swing the advantage to one of the two sides and both not wanting to lose their standing in the state of the game. This sounds quite obvious, but in reality, if you fully understand what this means and view everything that happens inside of your games from the perspective of this concept, it will fundamentally change the way you look at situations. In a game such as Valorant, many people only view advantages on a surface level, such as having a man advantage number-wise. But especially in tactical shooters, map control and use of utility are far more important. Advantages can go as far as trading certain abilities for your enemy's abilities so that a play that you make later on in the round is easier to execute. From the perspective of swinging the advantage, you are trading your position in the current state of the game for a more beneficial one later on in the round. For example, you're on the defender side of Bind and your Omen smokes the top of Showers. This makes it hard for the attackers to get Showers control without using utility of their own. In our hypothetical situation, the enemy's play is to throw a Sage Slow and follow it up with a Raise Nade to try and stop the defender's push into Showers. While in an actual game, they would have to use some more utility to make sure that a defender hasn't crossed into the right corner. In our hypothetical situation, these two utility pieces were enough to take control over Showers. For the defenders, this means that they traded a rechargeable smoke for both a slow and a nade, making the utility trade beneficial for them. On the other hand, the defenders have lost control over Showers and therefore will have to take map control somewhere else, or trade back utility pieces later to take control over Showers again. If the loss of map control goes unanswered, even though the attackers have lost the utility trade, they still have the upper hand in the state of the game, due to being able to starve the opposing team of information. While the topics of information and map control could be their own separate video, the gist of it is actually very simple. If you are a defender and get pushed all the way back into your sights without having any control over the extremities of the map, you have no way of accurately predicting what your opponent is going to do. On the flip side, if you are an attacker and the defenders have control over different parts of the map, the number of plays that you can actually make will become predictable, and your opponent can set up in advance to counter the plays that are still open to you. But what you will most often see in ranked is people pushing these advantages too far and being punished for their decision. For example, pushing an extremity of the map when their team already had full control over multiple parts of the map, or dry peeking into an angle they don't have to and therefore conceding that advantage to the enemy. Once you view everything in your games from the perspective of creating advantages, you'll be able to understand why something went wrong in the match that you've played, and if the play that you caused was worth the risk in the first place. Why did the decision you made cost your team the advantage? Did the setup you and your teammates play give the enemy too much room and enable them to make a play that you couldn't find an answer to? Was the play you made even necessary, or was your team already in a good position before you made that decision? All of these viewpoints are far better for your improvement as a player than reviewing a gunfight and going, oh, my crosshair placement was off, and if I improve that, I'll win the next duel, even though that duel was a high risk, low reward decision in the first place. This video is a little shorter since I've had a busy week, but I still wanted to get a video out in time. If there's any questions or you would like to suggest the topic of the next video, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and if you enjoy my content, leave a like for the algorithm and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, until next time, peace.